scouting report, and I don't see nothing but bums. You and your whole entire world know that I am the one. You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me, I know that you see that I'm highly blessed.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we live with your boy Coach G. Yeah, we live with your boy Monty.
You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me, I know that you see that I'm highly blessed.
Hello, Bryant. We're going to start off tonight's episode a little bit differently tonight because, raise your hand if your team is still in the playoffs and playing on Conference Championship Sunday. Welcome into another episode of The Rewind, brought to you by Global Sports Entertainment 3, the captain of the ship, the man that's playing for an AFC Championship on Sunday, alongside my co-host, BG Bryan Garvin. He's 400 career wins in his co-head coaching career. Newark Hall of Famer, Chicago's finest. Well, not Chicago Bears' finest, but, Temple alum, 4-time state champion, and the man of middle fingers tonight because he's been giving them out since the Bears lost last weekend. But he's wearing red tonight for the Indiana Hoosiers, which we'll get into a little bit after this. But we got a great episode for you guys tonight. Appreciate it. All grace to the good Lord. PUSH, folks. That's my theme for this year. Pray until something happens. And God's been answering my prayers, man, because I said, look, man, let's take care of Houston, man. Please, God, let's get through Houston on this last Sunday. Boom, gave it to me. Now we get opportunity to go on the road into a place that's pretty much bad luck for us Patriots fans in the playoffs, and that's the Mile High against the Denver Broncos on Sunday. But all grace to the good Lord. It's good to see you, Bryant. I was waiting. I thought you'd be a little bit more excited, a little bit more happy, a little bit, up strong, and but you're like loose, man. You look like down. Is it Caleb Williams? Is it Ben Johnson? What's going on, man? How are you? Good to see you.
Look, I'm good. I told you, I'm happy as a mother. Oh, I can't curse right now. I got to wait for the first 5 minutes. But I'm happy as hell because at the end of the day, the Bears shouldn't even be there. We're ahead of schedule. Yeah, they should be there. Everybody did a hell of a job this year.
Yes, absolutely.
And my hat goes off to them because no one expected. This thing has been up here for 2 years now, going to the second year. And I said last year, watch, we coming. And I didn't think this was going to happen that fast. However, should we have won that game? Absolutely. The only thing that I'm pissed off about him, and this is on Ben Johnson, is to take the points.
He's
just take
really
the points.
Aggressive. Really aggressive. But that's Dan Campbell for you.
Yeah, I know. He got that.
He's got everybody going.
He got that bullshit going on fourth down. Me as a head coach, I was never a go for it, especially if I'm in field goal range. In high school, you got to go for it all the time because you rarely find a kicker. But in college, we never went for it on fourth down unless we was almost like a guarantee we was kicking shit out of the defense, and the defense was struggling. In this game, there was no struggling on defense because defense on both sides was playing well. So take the goddamn points. It's just that damn simple. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is DJ Moore. My guy, in overtime. You need fit. Here's the thing that no one's even saying. You need 15 motherfucking yards to be in field goal range, and you ran a 25-yard route.
Is that the play call?
It's not the play call. It's his stupid ass.
I think that's the play call for him to run that route.
No, that route. No routes is 25 yards unless you go vertical.
He was going for a home run.
25 fucking yards. The window was at 15 to 18. The window was right there. Go to the sideline, catch the ball, go out of bounds, kick a fucking football, full go, and we out of here. But he went behind the safety, just walked in front. It was just, I could have picked that off of my old ass. It was so easy. And you know how I know? This is how I know. Because when I played against the University of Pitt and I made the same goddamn mistake, and next thing you know, I forgot that the kid that played in the NFL, he wound up picking me off at the University of Pitt. because I took the route too deep. I should have flattened it out. It was the same play, same route, same concept. So I understood what I did wrong in 1991. Fast forward, the same fucking route, and he did the same thing I did. Terrible.
Didn't I tell you last week what's going to happen to the Bears?
Oh, you didn't say a goddamn thing. That thing was 17-17. 17. That game could have went either way.
Didn't I tell you what the Rams were going to do?
The Rams didn't do shit all freaking game. They had one, maybe two, but that was a great defensive game on both
It
teams.
was cold as hell. Damn right.
That's okay. Yeah, it was even. It was great. Look, it was 17-17 overtime.
Well,
Caleb Williams
he threw 3 interceptions. That ain't even.
No, but you can't turn the fucking ball over.
Clearly,
do that. Yeah,
Clearly.
But some bozos out here in this internet world think it's okay to turn the fucking ball over, which is retarded.
Not in the playoffs.
In any game, you can't turn the fucking ball over.
Turn the ball over in the playoffs, it's gonna hurt you.
No shit. That's why we lost.
Part of the reason why you lost. I mean,
you got to kick field goals. You can't turn the ball over. That was the game. Can't turn the ball over. Got to kick field goals. The end. Let's go on to the next.
Wait. That's something I wanted to tell you. Something I really wanted to tell you. It just came to me now. I was telling myself I'm gonna say it during the as we start the show, but I just remember it now. I think it goes like the Bears. The Bears. The Bears. Chris, can I get the doing? Wait. I don't think he's gonna play it for me.
Of course he's not gonna play it.
The Bears. There we go. Before we start with tonight's episode, just want to give a special shout out to our former guest that was on earlier on in the year of 2025, Mr. Greg Tynes, who was recently recognized for his contribution to the great Seton Hall University during his tenure there, being the all-time leading scorer and pretty much being the Kyrie Irving in the 1970s. But this past Saturday, Seton Hall has a Pirates Legend Series, and they recognized Greg Tynes for his work, for what he did for the university for his 4 years there. They did give out this nice, lovely towel. Let's Go Pirates. It has his name on it. And Bryan was really good ceremony for him to be recognized on Saturday. They did not win, unfortunately, but he was recognized in front of the entire fans of Seton Hall at Parental Center. And then better yet, the man invited me up to a suite with his lovely wife. So shout out to Greg and Mrs. Tynes for the invitation. And shout out to Hawk, man. Got me the tickets to get in there. And the rest is history. The only bad thing from that is I miss Grant Hill. I miss him. I miss Brian Anderson, who was doing the call for TNT Sports. And I got to see Andy Katz, who has worked tremendously, really hard as a college contributor, college basketball contributor. But all in all, good times. We give a congratulations to him. And I want to give a congratulations to my dog, Chuck Master Flex, if you didn't know, who came through for me with this nice customization of this New England Patriots cup that he made just for your boy, fellow Patriots. So, Chuck, I want to say thank you, brother, and cheers. I'm sorry your Niners couldn't beat the Seahawks, only scoring 6 points in the playoff game. I'm sure Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch are kicking their feet somewhere, but cheers, brother. Appreciate the gift, and I just know I will rep this thing all the way through to the Super Bowl when we lift up the Lombardi Trophy, man, for another time, the 7th time in franchise history. So let's get Hey, look, of course, Brian's gonna bet against us because he's been betting against us all year. He picked the Texans to beat us last week. I mean, the guy didn't just he picked the Chargers a week before that. I mean, this guy is just praying on our downfall, and I'm sure he's picking the Broncos, even though they don't have his guy Bo Nix, but that's something we'll get on to later on tonight. But let's get down to it, Brian, because I got a special surprise for you. Because I told Chris to go to the tape, go to the inventory, and pull some things up from last week's preview ahead of the national championship game this past Monday, Martin Luther King Day. Happy Martin Luther King Day to all of the people out there, our people. And Chris, if you could put that up for us, man, Brian, what were you thinking? What were you thinking to sit on this platform last week in front of the global world, our global audience, because we got folks that watch us in Canada. We got folks that watch us in Brazil. I mean, we're growing this thing globally, man. But how dare you come on here? Everybody's picking the Hoosiers. I mean, your former coach, the guy you used to work for crying out loud. You bet against that, man. You took Mario Cristobal in the Miami Hurricanes. I'm not sure if you was wrapped up in, Michael Irvin spanking butt after the game, or I don't know what it was. But, Bryant, just tell America what was you thinking before we get into tonight's breakdown of this game. But tell the world why you thought in that big old Chicago brain of yours that you thought Miami was going to win at home against against the Indiana Hoosiers and your former coworker and coach, Mr. Curt Cignetti.
Well, I knew that Indiana was an old-ass team. I knew that. I knew that Miami was the younger team. By the way, number 10, I forgot his name. The young kid that's a freshman. He's 18 years old, playing against 25 years old players. That is remarkable, the stuff that he did in that game. He was by far probably the best receiver on the field that day. He was unbelievable. I thought they had a shot, and they did have a shot to win that game, which was tremendous. They had a shot.
They sure did.
I can't help the fact that the receiver towards the end of the game and versus cover 2 got an inside release, and the quarterback threw a popcorn pass for it to get put in with the safety is over top, and you're bracketing it. He should have thrown a whole shot.
He should have thrown it, period.
He should have thrown it, period. But if anything, the receiver's got to get outside to get a good, clean hole shot because the safety's got to come off further. But yet they funnel him inside. He's got to get wider. That hole shot is there, but it took him too damn long, and it was a popcorn shot. It was too long. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. Well, final score 27-21. The Cinderella, not even Cinderella, the season of reborn again for Curt Cignetti has paid off. Bryan has said multiple occasions, as well as myself, through all of his stops, although he has got each program better and elevated them before he departed, he could never win the big game. And here on the grandest stage of them all, national championship game in front of millions and millions of people watching. We had President Trump at the game. We had Stephen A. Smith. We had Michael Irvin, Ray Lewis, Cam Ward. I mean, the list goes on in terms of big stars. Mark Cuban in attendance for the game on Monday night in Miami. And he was able to finish the mission and finish the job. And his defense stepped up when it matters most. That's pretty much what it was all game. 27-21 was your final. The Hoosiers, baby. Hey, Bryant, who's your daddy?
Yeah. The one thing I just really scratch my head with this whole thing is the fact that this team is older than some of the NFL football players.
That's the new norm. That's the new. That's the new norm of college football, and it's the new norm of college basketball.
It's just ultimately weird to me.
It is weird.
They have 46 players that's on their team alone. Out of, I think you can only cover 85. He had 46. Half his team was 24 and 25 years old, and you have 140 players that's in the NFL that's 21. Like,
hey man, it's the name of the game. If you can't to beat a man, you got to beat the man. Hey, look, he did. Hey, Kirsten, he didn't create this chaos. He didn't create these rules.
I know he didn't. I know he didn't.
He just doing what he's supposed to do. It. So 16-0, first national championship in school history. Again, I never thought in a million years I would say Indiana Hoosiers would be national champions in college football. Never, ever, ever. College basketball, love the program, respect them, but they did it. 16-0. They are Bryan, you know they are the first team to do this since a team that did it in 1894. 1894. Me and you weren't even a thought. Fernando Mendoza, the number one upcoming pick in this year's draft. By far, he showed why he's going to be the number one pick by the Las Vegas Raiders. We had Mark Davis and, of course, the GOAT Tom Brady, minority owner GOAT Tom Brady, in attendance for this game because they got to see the product with their own two eyes. Enough of the tape, enough of the film study. They said, hell, man, let's get to Miami. Let's see this thing up close and personal. Yes, he didn't have much numbers in terms of his performance, but he was able to do what he was supposed to do when the game was on the line and what it mattered most, 186 passing yards. And let's not forget that 12-yard touchdown run on 4th down where he paid the price for that hit. But the fact that he was able to put his body on the line, how much does this game mean to you? Gave me a little bit of that John Elway smoke, diving into the end zone for the touchdown to pretty much seal the deal to go up 27-21 in this game for the Indiana Hoosiers. But, I mean, flip side to it, Brian. I mean, look, Carson Beck, he's a former national champion with Georgia Bulldogs under Kirby Smart as a backup. People don't remember that, but I do. This was his moment as a starter for Miami, despite what the season they had at 13-2 prior to this game. All the marbles were on Miami's side at home in front of your home crowd. You hadn't been home in 4 weeks. This is the opportunity to pretty much go out there, play your last college collegiate football game like it's your last. And although 232 pass yards, 19-32, 1 touchdown, but again, Brian, that 1 interception, crucial interception on 1st and 10 in that fourth quarter. That's just mind-boggling to me because I went back and watched that tape, the replay of that play at least 100 times. I mean, he had the middle linebacker probably about 10 yards ahead of him. He could have easily scrambled. He had to check down. I mean, he had options, but the fact that he wanted to pretty much force into double coverage, knowing that there's only a few quarterbacks in the country in terms of professional quarterbacks that can make that type of throw. I haven't seen Carson Beck make that throw in his entire career. I don't know why he picked Monday night to try and do that. If that's not a throw you practice, or if that's not a throw that's in your mechanics, don't do it on the biggest stage of them all, and it costing them the national championship. But Mark Fletcher, who's been a tremendous running back for the Hurricanes all year, 17 carries, 112 yards, 2 touchdowns, Brian. I thought in that fourth quarter, especially coming down to the end, they got away from what was working for them. That was the run game. Indiana couldn't figure out how to stop the run in the second half, and Fletcher was pretty much that engine for the Hurricanes in the second half. Not sure why, but again, Malachi Tony, who you talked about, Brian, number 10 for the Hurricanes, 10 receptions, 122-yard receiving, 1 touchdown. Miami was 3rd of 11 on 3rd down. The Hoosiers were 6 of 16. Hoosiers also dominated time of possession at 36-23. But at the end of the day, we have a new national champion, and it's not an SEC team. It's a Big Ten team. And what you tell me, Bryant, before the game, you said if Indiana wins, it'll be what number team that Big Ten has won in a row? How many
3
years in a row?
3
3 straight in a row. Big Ten has won the national championship. So for the people out there that say the SEC is the best school or best team, best conference in the country, that might be arguably right. Absolutely, with the whole NIL movement. But I mean, look, and the SEC team win yet the last 3 years, so I'm okay with it. SEC's pretty much had their dominance of run from Florida to LSU to, of course, Alabama with Nick Saban, and so now it's like, hey, Big Ten, we're here, we're not going anywhere. So it was pretty good, Brian. But I think for me, in terms of the breakdown of this, when I look back at it, Miami just that one play it cost you. It was too crucial in the game, especially on 1st and 10. You had plenty of time left. You had a timeout.
It was more to it in that play.
Oh, for sure. Miami they went against the run, which was
not even that.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
If one play,
I didn't say one play.
No, I'm saying one play. If one play doesn't happen, Miami wins the game.
Oh boy, one play. What is it? What play?
One play. Special teams.
What play was it?
Special teams.
Oh, the block punt.
They win the game.
Well, he didn't even put a body on. He just grazed him. He right past him.
So somebody need to.
Well, I disagree with that.
No,
I disagree with that. Why? Because although Indiana scored, following possession, Miami stops Hurricane. Miami gets the ball back. They go down the field and score 17-14. Yes, especially they don't give them a touchdown.
They gave them a touchdown. That's what I'm saying. They scored on special teams that took 5 seconds. It's just what it is.
It's
3 phases of the game. Three phases of the game. 87 should be studied, and that look like point shaving to me. That motherfucker look like he's blocking air. Here's the thing. Your kicking progression is faded to the right, so you faded to the strength of your kicker, and he still got a block on the strong side of the ball. Makes no sense to me.
My thing is, again, knowing games, knowing the situation of the particular down and the situation of the play. we're knocked in enemy territory. 9 times out of 10, you're the special teams coach. You're going to send the house to try and get a block, a tip, whatever. Knowing that you have to protect left side, middle side, and right side once that ball is snapped. Because in the end, it's sending everybody. But the fact that you have a clear shot of this guy coming to you full force, coming at you full throttle, and you don't put a freaking hand on him, block him, push him, shove something, you let him run right past you.
I'm going to tell you that
Miami special team coach, it should be fired.
They didn't send everybody. They send everybody. You have a personal protectors in the backfield.
They sent everybody they were supposed to.
Right, but at the end of the day, your kicker is a right-footed kicker.
Correct. So you want to protect the strong side.
Yes, and to take it back even further, how they lost the game is on special teams. Is that on punt return? Why are you possessing the ball on the 4 fucking yard line? He ran back from the 15 to the 4 to catch it on the 4-yard line.
Let it bounce.
You put your team in another hole.
Let it bounce.
It's just within the same freaking progression.
Let it bounce. Let it bounce. Take your chances.
Special teams, they lost this game. Yeah, he threw an interception. Yeah, he threw a whole shot. Yeah, he did the dumbest play ever. But yet, special teams, they lost this game at a crucial time.
So are you wearing red tonight for the Hoosiers? Did you put that on for the Hoosiers?
No.
So why did you decide to – I'm just curious in the red. I'm
I'm rolling into basketball season. It's basketball time, baby. It's basketball. I refuse to root for the Patriots. I would not watch that game ever in life. I can't stand it. But
we're not talking about the Patriots. I'm asking why you. Okay, so we're going to basketball.
I'm in basketball phase now.
So that means, are you going to watch any NBA games?
Absolutely not. I want to watch that garbage.
The Bulls
my cousin plays for the Bulls, and I have to represent my cousin. That's family shit. That's what it is.
All right. So the Bulls are 9th right now in the East, if you didn't know, at 21-22.
Billy, I know they are. They're Billy Donovan.
So let's talk about Indiana, right? 16-0. We know Kirk Cignetti's got a job for life at Indiana, and he pretty much has shown the world that it can be done at universities like Indiana. But let's not forget Indiana's donor list is pretty hefty and pretty high, especially when you have billionaires like Mark Cuban that has already announced that he will contributably give $100 million to the University of Indiana's football program next year.
Watch this. Watch this. Someone in our group in Global Sports Entertainment 3 sat there and said that Indiana does not have the amount of money. They have almost, oh my God. That's like, yeah, okay, buddy. Yeah. They just got 46 players that's between the age of 24 and 25. Half of them motherfuckers are married. The hell? So you think they're going to go there for free?
No. Nobody. The days of going to school for free are over. I mean,
man, at that age, they're in the NFL already, making money. Now,
working on their first big contract.
Right. So you mean to tell me those 46 players that are old are staying there for no money?
I mean, to play devil's advocate, and I get it, because the NCAA is not going to put an age restriction on this at all, especially when we have 26 and 27-year-olds that already went pro in the G League to come back and play college. So, playing devil's advocate, I don't blame any of them for coming back.
No,
especially for you're going to make more money ideally in your NIL deal than what you're going to make as a rookie or undrafted pick or et cetera in terms of your NFL contract. And then the chance of you even making that much money in the league are, depending on the team, the style, how you progress, slim to none, because a lot of players don't get out of that rookie deal to get that first big deal. Very, very few happens, cream in the crop. So, I mean, what does this do, Brian, in a sense of knowing that this is where we are in terms of state of college football, with NIL being pretty much no limits, no rules, no regulations, no laws, and now we know that this is the third year that a Big Ten team has won a national championship. What does this do for college football, and since it's from the SEC side? What does it do for teams like Notre Dame? What does this do for teams like Indiana? Do you see, Indiana reloading in terms of adding some new players from the portal, possibly to pretty much defending champs? Like, do you see Indiana getting back here? I know it's too early to tell because everybody in the country is pretty much rinse and repeating and reloading in their own way. But do you see Indiana getting back here next year, if not a national championship, but definitely a semifinal?
As long as the ATM machine is hanging around and with the Brinks truck and you backing that shit up, you got Mark Cuban with $100 million. Where the hell are they going to go? They're not going anywhere. $100 million. That's just the same thing as fucking Oregon. And I'm surprised at Oregon. Oregon hasn't figured this shit out yet. They sit there running a basketball program on the football team. They are as wiry as hell. Big Ten is ground and fucking pound. If they didn't notice, your ass got fucking basketball players out there. You better get bigger. You better get stronger. You better get your ass in that damn weight room, or you're gonna continue to get your ass kicked in this league. Those top three big dogs, they're not going anywhere. Georgia, Florida, and the rest of them. Even though I have a good friend, Nick Pope, that's player personnel over there. He's running the show at Florida. You're going to have a hard time too. It's just what it is, because the Big Ten is built for big linemen. And without those hogs on both sides of the ball, you're going to struggle. And it's showing.
Yeah, you are. It is showing, and it's something that we'll see. Sorry, things climbing up on me while I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to work here. I'm trying to work. All right, I'm trying to get some money to feed the families. All right, time's tough out here. All right, I'm working.
Yeah, he's over there. He's trying to sniff ass.
It's a she, and she does not do that. Thank you very much.
Oh yes, she does.
It'll be interesting because again, I think this year college football has been exciting, and again, it's just the amount of things that college football, in terms of the administration, has allowed to happen. Especially like I think it will take me a long time to probably digest fully of what they allow in the whole Lane Kiffin situation in terms of how it went down, how it was handled. I mean, just like, watching Jay Billis's video earlier, it was like, man, like none of these two presidents spoke up, none of the administrators spoke up, nobody, because they're like, man, shit, that's me. Shit, I can't mess that up for myself. I mean, how do you allow that to happen? I never in a million years, never, ever will you'll see that in any other sport. Like a coach flirting with another team, and then his team's getting your team is literally getting ready to go to the college football playoff, and you was like, you know what? Private jets at the airport, take me there. I'm going to Baton Rouge, sign this new deal. Peace out, Ole Miss. Like what?
Yeah, and to have the nerve to sit there and talk about the one key word, loyalty.
Oh my God, there's no loyalty.
Excuse my language, but fuck you. Get the fuck out of here with loyalty, my ass. I hope the fucking players break the fucking Bank of America, Charles Schwab. I hope you take all that shit, because guess what? I'm mad as hell that I was born in this I wasn't born in this generation. I was born in the previous one, and my body's all fucked up. I want the goddamn Brinks trucks too, but that gave me a damn stipend of $1,500 to $2,000 every semester with the Pell Grant bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. You NCAA. I hope they fucking make y'all ass go out of business. Fuck you.
So how many years do you have left on your eligibility?
1.
So would you suit up?
That's that 5th year.
Would you suit up?
Hey, look, if I could collect a quick million real quick, I'd go out there, break my ass, and be like, oh, I'm done.
Use you on a quick run block, a jet sweep or something, stretch, toss.
No, look, my show, I can't even get my damn shoulder up. I'm not doing that shit anymore. Fuck that.
Full back, right up the middle, something.
Hell no, that's all right. I'm good.
Hey, look, hey, Coach Signetti, if you need somebody for next year, Lane Kiffin, if you need, hey, man, Bryan's available, man. He's got 1 year left on his deal, man. I mean, Bryan be calling plays from the sideline, tight ends coach once he gets injured. So we'll see what happens, but congratulations to the Hoosiers. First national championship in school history, 16-0. Second team to do so since its first in 1894. They wouldn't even tell me what team it was in 1894. I don't remember. I couldn't even tell you who it was. Might have been our ancestors. Great ancestors probably did that. But shout out to the Hoosiers. And Chris, one more time.
What the fuck was that? You better stay off that shit, man.
The devil working, man. Chris, man, you can't be doing that shit. Look, my reflexes, I get ready. Somebody's breaking in this motherfucker. I'm getting ready to. Yo, come on, man. You got to give me warnings, Chris. You can't just element of surprise on me and shit. I'm thinking somebody like, oh, shit. Somebody breaking in?
Yo, you got to stop sniffing and stop seeing shit. Oh, my God, yo.
Chris, can you put that lower third back up with the picks? We just want to put this out for America again. It was Bryant that picked the Miami Hurricanes and went on Monday night, and it is Bryant the reason why the Miami Hurricanes lost on Monday night. So all good. Congrats to the Indiana Hoosiers. We're moving on to the NFL Championship Conference weekend. We are down to 4. With the AFC, the New England Patriots, and the Denver Broncos on Sunday. And then from the NFC side, the team that Bryant's pretty much picking to win it all, the Seattle Seahawks. They will be home against the LA Rams, a rematch, their third time meeting as a division rival game. So all good when we got division rivals faced up for a third time. But before we do that, we're going to bring in our guy. We'll bring a returning guy, a fellow Patriot. He was able to come on for an episode earlier in 2025, but the power of the pivot. We were supposed to have a live episode tonight. Didn't happen. So we were able to pivot, and I had to look at the play call sheet. It's Josh McDaniels. I had to go. And all right, we issue in, and then I was like,
"How you doing, Brian?"
So what's up, Ish?
Welcome back, brother.
I know you was listening to the bullshit he was saying in the back room.
No.
Yeah.
Brian,
Wait.
To be surrounded by two Patriots.
Wait, hold on, Ish. I got one better because I know I really wanted the Bears and Patriots to have a Super Bowl rematch. But here we go, Ish. Here's something I want Brian to answer. Let's all chime in. So I said in the beginning of the episode, but I'll say it now, and I have another Patriot here. Raise your hand if your team is still in the playoffs.
Hey, I'll put up 2 hands.
It feels good, man. Good to see you, man. How you doing, my fellow Patriot?
Yo, great, man. It's great times right now. Great time to be a Patriot.
Great time to be a Patriot, man. Great time.
Beautiful time. Beautiful.
Give me that 2016 aura again, man. Like, woo.
A lot of people don't know.
They don't know. They weren't there for that, and we deserve this, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
We made the playoffs since 2018. The Bears lost in the playoffs in 2019, first round to the Eagles. But, the Bears haven't been back to the playoffs in 2019. So it is a celebration in a sense for both teams, Brian, because we haven't smelt playoff success. But unlike your Bears, our New England Patriots, we're used to, that standard of playoff football. Yeah. So we're right back where we belong. We belong.
Yes, sir. Yes,
but Brian, I want to pick your brain a little bit because we've had some head coaching firings, but also in the last week or so, we've had some head coaching hirings. And that's starting first with your guy, Kevin Stefanski, former Cleveland Browns head coach, who is now the new head coach, with Matt Ryan being the president of football operations for the Atlanta Falcons, who left CBS after 6 years in the studio. He is now the head man in charge of making the decisions for the Atlanta Falcons from a personnel standpoint, and he went and hired Kevin Stefanski as new head coach. So do you like this hiring for Michael Penix Jr. or Kirk Cousins, whoever they named the starter? Give us your thoughts and your reaction to the news of Kevin Stefanski being the Falcons' new head coach.
He's not starting off well. You know how I can't stand Kevin Stefanski.
What's his name?
Kevin Stefanski.
That's a new one.
I don't like Kevin Stefanski. Kevin Stefanski, I know he did have a good year or two somewhere. I just don't like his style, the way he comes out and he coaches. It's just, how is he going to mix up with Penix? I don't know. It remains to be seen. So I'm gonna put that as a question mark and see if this works or not. Atlanta is a different place. My guy also Nick Polk was there for quite some time, and with player personnel, actually he has the same job that Nick Polk had back in those days. So they pretty much he made the decisions. So now we're in this situation to having him Matt Ryan there, and he was a hot quarterback at one point, and then he stunk the next year, and he was a yo-yo, up and down, up and down. So he was. You guys,
I
you know
wouldn't say
what?
that. He has some success in Atlanta. He has some success.
Right, he had success one year, and he stunk the next year. You want to know why?
1 year.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because I had that motherfucker as a fantasy quarterback for years. And he was up 1 year, he was down the next. He was up 1 year, he was down the next. And he's the reason why that organization just could not get to where they needed to go. He was too much of a yo-yo. It's just what it is. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. He wasn't. He could not stay steady.
I don't know about that, man. He has 124 wins in his career, 109 losses. He was an MVP of the league.
Say it again.
The following year.
Go back to that. He had how many wins?
124.
How many losses?
109. That's over 500, ain't it?
That's over 500. Yeah, that's positive.
That's over 500, right?
And he got an MVP.
And he's an MVP, one MVP, and then the year after he won the Super Bowl.
Watch this. I didn't say he wasn't a good one. I wouldn't say he's not great.
You said up and down.
He was up and down. Isn't 124 and 109 up and down?
He's MVP of the league.
Answer that question. Is 124 up and 109 down? It's up and down.
He's 10th all time in passing yards.
I don't give a fuck what he is. He was
11th all time in touchdowns.
I don't care what he was up and he was down. He was up. He was down. If anybody was up, his record is not 124 and 109. No, it's 160 and 54. That's a guy that's up.
Oh, come on, man. A
lot of teams could have used Matt Ryan. A lot of teams could have used Matt Ryan.
Guess what? Guess what? And I know why Matt Ryan was like that, because I was at Atlanta's practice. I've watched the shit. I really watched him practice from start to finish. I got pictures of shit. I was there. Okay. And I sat there as like this.
He was the hottest thing coming out of Boston College. Falcons.
I'm not saying the greatest thing since sliced bread. But...
Come on, man. Like what?
No question. I said you guys. You guys hear what I just said. I said I had the man as my fantasy quarterback for years.
Correct.
So if I thought he was a bum, I wouldn't have him.
Okay, so give us your grade on the hiring of Kevin Stefanski as the Falcons head coach, A-F.
A C. You know why I say C? You know why I say a C? Why? Let's see what happens.
Okay. All right, let's pivot. New York Giants. Well, it's something disrespectful. Give me your grade for Kevin, A to F.
I give it a B plus. I think it's a B plus. I think it's an easy division. There's no real competition. He a coach of the year, and they definitely have the most talent in the division with John, Drake London, what's his name, Darnell Mooney, and the defense is really good with Jesse Bates and them. So,
not to forget Kyle Pitts. What?
Right, yeah, that's what I forgot. Kyle Pitts as well.
What?
So.
He's got some pieces. Hey, like he's got better offensive pieces in Atlanta than what he had in Cleveland this past year. I'll tell you that.
So I think,
but
the dude does not.
Hey, look,
does not mess it up, and that's an easy division win.
I just don't respect for what he did to Shador. I don't. I wish him nothing but the best, but I could never respect him for what he did to Shador politically. Let's change gears. Let's go to New York Giants. Just announced their new head coach, Mr. John Harbaugh, former Baltimore Ravens head coach after 18 years. Bryant, this is what I really love about John Harbaugh and pretty much, just him inserting his authority within the organization. met with John Mara, the owner of the New York Giants. He said, look, listen, this guy you got as a GM, I'm not answering to him. He don't get the last say. And the relationship is just between me and you, coach to owner. I don't think I ever saw that. Normally it goes coach, GM to owner. Yeah. But when you have a reputation and resume like John Harbaugh, especially the track record that GM has after what he did, oh, my God. I don't even know how he still has a job. I don't even know. When they fired Dable, they should have fired his ass right behind him. Yeah. I mean, he shouldn't even have a job. Shouldn't even be employed. But I give John Harbaugh credit because he said, look, this guy clearly has got he's got a track record of not being smart with decision making. So me and you, buddy. So John's got the new head coach, John Harbaugh. It took him 10 years to get here after going through Joe Judge, after going through Brian Dable, brought him to only one playoff appearance in his tenure with the New York Giants. It took him 10 years to get a head coach like this. Gave him 10-year, $100 million in the process. But Bryan, give us a grade. What do you think about John Harbaugh being New York Giants head coach?
From where the Giants have come from,
and he's got Jackson Dart. That's a pretty good quarterback.
I like Jackson Dart a lot. A whole lot. And having a nice good jump start with a nice second year player with Jackson Dart.
Malik Neighbors is coming back from ACL. Positive things.
I give this a B. I really do.
Okay.
I'm not going to say a B+ or A- because it's remained to be seen how his chemistry works with the players that's currently there. But as far as with Jackson Dart, I think it's going to be something good. I'm not going to say great yet. My thing is I want to see how Baltimore does with their new head coach.
They haven't hired one yet.
I know. I know they haven't hired one. So I'm curious to see, because that offense is going to change
completely. And I think he's going to bring over Todd Monken as well. Yeah, I think he's going to bring him over.
Yeah.
As his OC. So that means Baltimore's going to have to fill their head coach. If it happens, they have to fill the head coach in their OC job, which is good for Lamar because they just need a new revamp within the organization. I like the pieces that Baltimore has, but I'm not mad at your pick, Bryant, being a B. I give this a B+, just in terms of what John Harbaugh brings to an organization from a structure stability standpoint. He knows how to run an organization. He knows what it takes to win in terms of putting in the pieces to make the Giants that much better. I'll even go on a limb and say that the Giants will win at least 8 games next year, just off the presence of how John Harbaugh coaches. And a coach like that on the sideline, when you put that in front of a Jackson Dart and knowing what that comes with in terms of just the discipline that John Harbaugh carries throughout our organization, it will make everyone else in that building better, including the owner, John Mara. I'm not sure about the GM. I couldn't tell you if that makes him better, but I give it a B+. I think it's a good hire. It's a great hire for Giants fans. 10 years in the making. Finally, now it's okay implementing the pieces for him to pretty much take the New York Giants and bring them back to the playoffs, since what they have not been since Tom Coughlin and Eli Manning was a quarterback. So, Ish, give us your grade, A to F, on Harbaugh being the head coach of the New York Giants.
I'll probably give it a B. I think.
Okay, why not B+? Why not B+? You give Kevin Stefanski B+. Why not this one?
Well, because he's a special teams coach, but he's a good coach builder, and he has good building concepts on how to build up a quarterback. But like I say, he's a special teams coach, so it's gonna matter who he brings in as his OC and his DC. The DC
correct.
Last year we know was bad, so
very bad.
So I think the coaching staff is gonna be important, and I think how he developed Jackson Dart is gonna be very important for this team, because at the end of the day, if you have no quarterback, you got no real future in this league. So. But I think it's a B right now, and we'll have to wait to see. But I like the hire. I don't like the Giants, but
yeah, I don't like him either. But we not gonna throw no shade to those crumb bums on this platform. We'll show them a little bit of love, just a little bit, because they desperately needed a head coach. And then recent news, Bryant, Rob Saleh, former San Francisco 49ers defensive coordinator, is packing up his bags after one game shy of the NFC Championship. He's packing his bag. He's going to Tennessee. And to be the new head coach of the Tennessee Titans, I mean, he's got a lot of mess to clean up going into that organization. But he's got Cam Ward, who's a bright future star in the league for many years to come, as well as the leader of the organization. and one of the worst teams in the league, Brian, which were the Tennessee Titans, who were awful on both sides of the football and special teams. So I'm curious to see what Sala puts together. We do know that his time ran short when he was a head coach of New York Jets. They ran him out of the building and fired him before the game against the Buffalo Bills on Monday night when they played overseas. So I'm happy to see him get another opportunity on the sideline. I think he's head coach material. I think he knows what it takes to be a head coach in a locker room in terms of the players, building the trust, building the foundation. And I'm happy the Titans brought in someone that has a lot of accountability. Nothing but good things to say. I think his style, he'll pretty much be more lenient to the defensive side. So his offensive coordinator will be pretty much a hot one, whoever gets the job there. But Bryan, give us your grade A to F on Sala being the coach of the Titans.
It's hard for me to grade this because he's coming from a coordinator status. Titans organization is whatever the hell it is.
Wow,
it's
3-14 last year.
I don't think the Titans have been that great
since Mike Vrabel was the head coach.
Yes,
when he went to the playoffs. Yeah. Oh wait, is that the same coach for the Patriots that won a Super Bowl with the Patriots? Yeah, okay, all right. I just want to make sure. I would make sure. I don't think Bryan knew. I wanted to ask.
Yeah. Well, who cares? But at the end of the day, who did McNair play for?
Titans
quarterback. Yeah, they haven't been
Jeff Fisher.
Right, under Fisher. I like that team.
They went to the Super Bowl and lost.
Yeah, but I still
that's a really good team.
That was a very, very good team.
Oh man, you just gave me I'm sorry. You just gave me a trigger.
They haven't been that good since. McNair was legit. And,
he was.
Fisher was legit, and and to hear that.
No. Jeff Fisher was not legit.
No. You had. I know Fisher had his issues. We know this, but we know. But McNair was that dude. He just was.
He was.
And defensively, they was solid and sound. That was a good football team. They had.
It was different era.
Yeah, they should have won the Super Bowl.
They weren't gonna beat the greatest. Well, at the time, greatest show on turf. Right. They weren't.
Yeah, but they haven't been that good since. And I like Tennessee. I like Jeff George, not Jeff George, but what's the name? The running back for Tennessee back in those days. Ohio State.
I'm about to say Curtis Johnson, not Curtis Johnson.
No, it's
Chris
George.
Johnson. Chris Johnson. Oh, you're talking about the head coach.
Eddie George.
Eddie George.
Yeah, I like Eddie George. He was a big back, and he's a head coach now. So, Tennessee is always a football team to me. It is what it is.
But they got a new stadium, nice, beautiful stadium.
That's like the only thing nice over there.
Hey, look, that strip. Oof, that strip is.
In Nashville.
Oh man, that's man. Let me tell you something, man. It's. You have a good time in Nashville. You have a good time in that. I tell you that right now, brother. Man, listen, man. Good time. No complaints. Ish, give us your grade. Sala A to F, new Titans head coach.
I think I'll start with a C plus. I like Sala as a defensive coach, especially with the Jets. When he has the pieces, they were a top 10 defense. Even with Dak Wilson, at quarterback sabotaging the team. So I think it really comes down to the piece that he has to work with. There's no pieces over there.
Well, it's funny you say that because he's a person responsible for trading Sam Darnold to get Zach Wilson, and then fast forward, Sam Darnold started quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks, beats Rob Saleh and his 49ers, sent him home. So football gods, man, they work in mysterious ways, some way, somehow. It always comes full circle. So I'll probably give it. Go ahead, Ish.
I think the most important part, once again, just like with John Harbaugh, is to be the OC to develop the quarterback. He has to let the OC.
Yeah, Cam Ward's.
You got time, but he got to be developed the right way.
Got to bring in the right guy. You got to establish a good system. I think Cam Ward can play. I just think that his first year, he's got to get that out of his system. Yeah, he's seeing new defense, seeing new coverages, getting adjusted to the style of play. getting adjusted to different defense and look. So that comes with time. A lot of people don't have the Jayden Daniels year one success of getting to the playoffs in their first year. It's very rare, very rare. But I look forward to seeing what Sala does. I'm happy he's got another head coaching opportunity. I didn't think he should have got ran out of New York personally, but full circle, he's back. He's back on the Suns as a head coach, and I'm curious to see who he brings in terms of style and system to pretty much give Ken Ward the pieces and tools, and then to implement that defense with his own style and inject the lethal poison to get the Titans back to relevancy, and that's not being 3-14. Because as a Patriot fan, winning 4 games the last 3 years, it's been pretty painful. So congratulations to Sala, and we'll see what happens as more head coaching jobs are on the rise in terms of hires. Cleveland's another destination that needs one. We know that Miami's got their guy, defensive coordinator from the Green Bay Packers. We know that some jobs out there, Brian. There are some jobs out there open, and there's a lot of names out there. But
I wish I could get one of them.
Well, and you know what? I'm actually hyping that Mike McDaniel's an OC for the Chargers. I thought he would go to Philly, but that's a great hire for Jim Harbaugh, and a great addition for Justin Herbert in the quarterback room, because Mike McDaniel brings a lot of creativity. He's one of the bright minds in the National Football League, and this gives him a opportunity to be pretty much under Jim Harbaugh, winning head coach, national champion, has success in the NFL, bringing the 49ers to the Super Bowl, if you don't remember. Many years ago, 2014, I believe. And this gives Mike McDaniel just take a step back, keep his name relevant. And then, as you know, Bryant, this firings all the time in the league, and him to be ready for another opportunity on the horizon to be a head coach for an organization. And then sorry for your loss, your former running back coach, Eric Bieniemy, being going back to KC as offensive coordinator. So Andy Reid bringing this guy back. Relationships, right, Brian? You tell me that all the time. So Eric Bieniemy's back in Chiefs as an OC, and, of course, he will be without Patrick Mahomes this upcoming season as he recovers from a season injury. And we'll keep this thing going. So we got 2 games, conference championship games this upcoming Sunday, and no better 2 teams pretty much the Final Four. Although the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion, shouldn't have fired Doug McDermott as head coach. He is not the reason why the Buffalo Bills lost. Josh Allen turned the football over 4 times in that game. That's a story for another day. We got the Broncos and Patriots, and we got the Seattle Seahawks against the Los Angeles Rams. But let's get into the game that Ish is really here for, and that's the Denver Broncos and New England Patriots. The Patriots are going on the road to the Mile High in Denver. No Bo Nix, as he's out with a season-ending ankle injury that he suffered last week in the win in overtime against the Buffalo Bills. If you didn't know, these 2 teams here were tied for the best record this past season in the National Football League, and better yet, Jarrett Stidham will be the starting quarterback, the same quarterback that the New England Patriots drafted some years ago. So he gets a return, a vengeance against his former team. But fun fact for people out there that may not have known, he has not started any games since the 2023 season. So he's got Sean Payton. He's got a home crowd. He's got the AFC Championship, winner advanced to the big game. A lot of pressure on him. But if you didn't know, the Patriots are 0-4 in Denver in playoff history against the Broncos. If you didn't know, 2005, Brady lost in a row in Denver. Kyle Orton was the quarterback then. Fast forward 2013, Peyton Manning was the quarterback, lost 26-16. And then the game I really wanted to win really bad in Denver, which was 2015, where Gronkowski game-winning drive, 20-18. Peyton and them took home the dub. And, Brady was 0-3 in his career in the playoffs versus Peyton as a Bronco. I'm not going to talk about when he was an Indianapolis Colt. That's a story for another day. But look forward to this game here. This is going to be a game that's going to be pretty much for all the marbles, because winner advances to the Super Bowl. This game will be on Sunday at 3 o'clock Eastern time. It's going to be cold and a mile high. But, Ish, I'll start with you. Let's get your preview. What do you like? What do you look forward to? What is Ish keys to the game if the New England Patriots want to come out on top on Sunday to advance to the Super Bowl yet again?
Well, what I like for us, I'm going to start off. Actually, I'll start off with the Broncos first. What I like for the Broncos is that I like their defense. Real tough defense. Pat Surtain, Nick Bonito. They get after it. And their offensive structure. With the offensive line, they got a good line. A couple good receivers. Corey Sutton, Lil Jordan Humphrey. They got some guys that could break loose, catch one. So that's what I like for them. Now for us, of course, Drake May. MVP quarterback. Has to be the guy in this game to lead us. He obviously the wide receiver core is gonna have to help him. Diggs, Booty, all been playing great so far, so that's established. The offensive line has to protect. That is probably the biggest part of this game. Not turning the ball over and protecting the QB. AKA Will Campbell. Will Campbell. This is probably the biggest game of Will Campbell's career. Nick Bonito will go after him 100%. They're gonna be hitting stunts on Jared Wilson, Will Campbell on that left side of the line. They have to be locked in. There's no debate. Now on the defensive side for us, the defensive line has to win. Milton Williams, Barmore, Chason, Landry, all those guys have to get after it the whole game. Put Jarrett Stidham under pressure. Now, I don't know how good this guy is. I'm going to be honest. He hasn't started since 2023, so they really have no film on this guy. So, but I don't really care. We're in Denver. We lose in Denver, so I'm not hearing none of that. You know what I mean? There's no excuses. We got to get after him the whole game for 4 quarters. Now, for secondary-wise, Gonzo, Carlton, Marcus, they're all going to do their thing. So I'm not really worried about the secondary. But I think the main key to the game, the defensive line has to win. The offensive line has to block Drake May. And Drake May cannot turn the ball over 4 freaking times. It cannot happen. Because if this is a close game, wire to wire, anything can happen. It's the playoffs, the AFC Championship. The ball bounces all different types of ways.
All right.
Whew.
Love
that. I am nervous.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. We've been here before.
I done seen them lose in Denver too many times for me not to be nervous. Honestly, I think we're going to win. Of course, I think we're going to win. But it's just in Denver. It's just something about that Denver stadium and the colors and
oh my god,
bad flashbacks.
It's gonna be a lot of flashbacks, and that's Ish Keys to the Game brought to you by Ish. Put it like that. I'll take the floor before Bryan goes, because I already know where Bryan's going to go. He's going to be the epitome of the party and pretty much tell us why New England's going to lose, even though he's going for the Patriots. For me, it comes down to this. Look, Denver's been pretty much efficient at home throughout the season, 8-1. They won last week against Buffalo at home in overtime, 33-30 to improve to 9-1. It's going to be rocking at Mile High. We already know that. That's just what the nature of the beast is going to be for the AFC Championship game. Flip side to it for the New England Patriots defense, Jarrett Stidham starting at quarterback. Listen, it's been a while since he's been under center. He's in a big game, a lot of pressure. He's never been in a big game like this ever in his entire career, including his collegiate days. We got to bring the rush. Bring the rush, put the pressure on him, put the heat on him, force him to create turnovers, because if you don't know, Denver's defense last game against Buffalo forced Buffalo to 5 turnovers, including 4 interceptions from Josh Allen himself. Patriots got to take care of the football, but more importantly, we got to shut down Mims Jr. because we know although Denver only finished with 70 rushing yards last game against Buffalo, we cannot allow Denver to establish a run and get that pass game going, because Cortland Sutton against any DB in the league. I know Gonzalez will have the matchup against Sutton. I look forward to that matchup, but we cannot allow Denver's offense to get going. But I'm confident New England going there. Mike Vrabel and this team has pretty much done everything that the fans and the people thought we weren't going to do, and that's get to an AFC Championship. So how about Robert Kraft's pretty much investment pay off in year 1 after firing Gerard Mayo? Yes, I'm not a fan of firing Gerard Mayo, but at the end of the day, personally, I don't think Gerard Mayo would have gotten New England to where we are right now, but that's credit to Mike Vrabel bringing in a championship pedigree, championship composure, of course, his coaching experience with bringing Tennessee when he had Ryan Tannehill as his quarterback and brought them to a playoffs. So he's got Drake May in year 2. Stephon Diggs had a really good year last game. He really bust ass, I should say, against the Houston Texans. Impressive win at home, and then scored a touchdown. So a lot of pressures on Denver, but a lot of pressures on New England as well, because you can't fall asleep on a team like the Broncos. Sean Payton is pretty much, you got to call a good game. He's got to call a clean, perfect game, because Jarrett Stidham, he just got to manage the game best way he can. I don't think he's going to be that guy who's going to go out there for you and pretty much win a game for you, especially if the game's on the line, because it's sink or swim. And Bryant can tell you better than anybody. When you've never been in those environments as a player and you put into that position as a player, you either got it or you don't. In the AFC Championship, win or lose. Loser goes home, and the winner advances to the Super Bowl. So it'll be a good game on Sunday. I look forward to it, and I look also forward to seeing our New England Patriots with Drake May go on the road. Reminder, we're 8-0 on the road this year. The only team that's won 8 games and never lost on the road this year alone in the National Football League. Let me remind people for that. So I look forward to seeing the Patriots go into Denver and get the win. Bryant, floor is yours.
Oh, of course, I'm still going to go for Denver, and this is why.
Oh,
Oh
my
boy.
goodness.
Oh
This,
god.
Oh
this
my
is
God.
this
You're
Oh
you're
god.
some,
What a
this,
you're
this
some
is
douche.
why.
What a
This
douche.
is why. This is why. I remember when the Bears went
Oh
to
boy.
Super Bowl, and they
What year
went
was
to
that?
what was it
2006.
2006? Yes,
Okay. Okay.
and they went to the Super Bowl with which quarterback? The starting quarterback or the backup?
Rex Grossman was the starter that year.
Right? But who did they go to the Super Bowl with?
Rex Grossman.
No, it was a quarterback. He was hurt.
Rex Grossman. Rex
Who was the
Grossman was
starter?
the starter quarterback for the Super Bowl against the Colts.
Right. Who's the original starting quarterback?
That year, Rex Grossman.
No, it wasn't Rex Grossman. Rex Grossman was hurt. Rex Grossman was hurt, and basically the backup quarterback got them to the Super Bowl, and Rex Grossman wound up playing.
So tell us.
So in this particular situation, is that you have a backup quarterback that's the unknown.
He's not the unknown.
Hold on. Listen, hear me out.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
As a defensive coach, which I am, which is crazy, as an offensive guy, but now I know both sides.
Well,
It is.
I'm going to cut you off because Rex Grossman started all 16 games in 2006. So there was no backup.
It was. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that.
Please.
We'll come back to that. At the end of the day, maybe it wasn't them. It was with the Eagles. One of the two. But
it was the Eagles with Nick Foles.
It was the Eagles, right? With Nick Foles. That's what I meant to say. It's Nick Foles. All right.
Come on, wake up!
At the end of the day, you excited, but that face is going to look upside down. It is very hard
on Sunday.
It's very hard. It's very hard for a team to prepare against a quarterback of the unknown. It's the hardest shit ever. Because
I agree.
You act like this guy like a 5-star player.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
it doesn't matter. It's hard to prepare for a quarterback that you don't know and haven't seen all year.
I don't disagree with that.
That first half is going to be. It's that first. Yeah, they're going to pressure him, but that first half, each quarterback have their own set of plays. So
correct.
You're used to seeing a series of shit with Bo Nix. I love Bo Nix. All right,
it'll be similar.
No, you got to understand. Certain plays will be similar, but then certain plays won't. So there's certain things that he can do that Bo Nix couldn't do, and there's certain things that Bo Nix can do. They have to
implement a whole new set of plays this week.
That is correct.
I get it.
So
I get it.
It's going to throw off continuity with him for the first half. The first half is not, in my opinion, now this is just opinion. In the first half, it's not going to be this blow off top type game. It's really not.
No.
It's going to take
4 quarters.
It's going to take 4 quarters for them to adjust to that shit. Now, if the game is close, if I'm the Patriots, I'm nervous. It's just what it is. Because you don't know what's to come with a fresh new quarterback. You just don't know, and it's hard to adjust to that. So we will see. But I'm picking Denver.
Picking Denver because of the
unknown. I just told you.
That's what I told you.
Yeah, I'm picking Denver.
That's
why. Look, I'm telling you what's to happen. Yes, I'm going to pick Denver just because. I definitely am going to pick Denver with Bo Nix. You can forget that. That was a done deal. But now with a different quarterback, still give me Denver.
I respect the hater. That Missy's hater.
He is.
He's a hater.
I would never admit to being a hater, but I can't. I hate those motherfuckers with a passion.
All right. So he hates us with a passion. Sunday, January 25th, 3:00 Eastern Time. CBS Patriots on the road going into the Mile High Denver Broncos. Let's get our game picks. Brought to you by GSC3, or I should say brought to you by no one. And I would give my locks for this game, but I'm gonna wait for the locks to the Super Bowl because that's gonna be the big one. Super Bowl, Monty's Super Bowl locks. Look how that sound. Don't that sound good? I know. So let's get our game picks. Ish, I know you're going for the Patriots, but give us your score prediction for Sunday's game.
Jesus, score prediction. Wow. I'll go 24-28 Patriots.
24-28.
24-31. I'll change it. 24. I don't even want to talk that. 24.
Okay. 24-31 final. Bryant, Broncos, what's the score?
24-21 Denver Broncos.
Oh, wow. Broncos by a field goal. Well, give me New England Patriots. I'm going to go. It's going to be tough. I'm going to go 20-13. I don't see Jarrett Stidham throwing no 2-3 touchdowns against that defense. But you saw how CJ Stroud looked last week, right? Ain't nothing changed. Nothing. Sunday, you know where to find me. Let's go New England.
Monty, I want to ask Brian a quick question.
Sure.
So, Brian, I just want to know your thoughts. What's your thoughts about the easy schedule that the Patriots have?
Don't get him started. Oh my, yeah, he did. He did. But he wasn't saying none of that last year when Patriots won 4 games. He ain't saying nothing about the schedule. Then
I could care less. I could care less about the fucking Patriots. They can play the children of the fucking blind. I could care less. They fucking ass. I know you don't. We already know
Johnson. I like Ben Johnson.
I love Ben Johnson, but I can't stand the fucking Patriots. I can't stand that.
It's okay.
I'm happy at the fact that I always can say that we whooped your ass in '85.
That's okay.
It's a pleasure to fucking say.
It is, and it would have been a pleasure to meet you again. It would have been a pleasure to meet you again.
Ugly.
Yeah, we did beat him in regular season, but he forget about that. He forget about that.
That was last year. That was last year. And look, you got the ugliest fucking uniforms in the country. This shit is ugly. Who got a fucking guy sitting there with a fucked up ass football? It just
listen, Bryant, listen.
Fucking Patriots.
Just let us know. We'll put some together. We'll
every time I hear that shit, it reminds me of goddamn Donald Trump. I hear Patriots. That shit just fucking burns my head.
So Brian, are you coming to the Super Bowl party?
Fuck no. if the Patriots are playing, I'm not fucking even watching the game.
So you tell us, right? You said here on episode 48 that you're picking the Broncos, but here it says you're picking the Patriots.
I don't know why. I don't know why the producer put that shit up there. That is disrespectful. That's flat out disrespectful. Hey, I got Seattle winning the whole shit anyway.
Hello, shot. Look at Brian. Shame on you picking the New England Patriots. You know what? You know what Vegas wants. You know.
I have Seattle winning the whole thing, and I honestly think that Donald Trump paid fucking Patriots for this shit, and he done slipped them the fucking money with that bullshit he got going on.
So 26, we still going to the cheating allegations.
So he signed an executive order for the Patriots to make the Super Bowl.
Motherfuckers made $1.4 billion off while we fucking struggling off here having a fucking a sermon about his so silly ass. But I can't stomach the Patriots. Every time I hear the word Patriots, it fucking just angers me. It make me want to come out of retirement and come back and fucking play football again, just so I can just have one shot of fucking taking one of their fucking players out. I really do.
Well, I guarantee, Brian, you got better chance of your ass getting knocked out or taken out before you knock out somebody else. That's twice your size and twice cock-doodled as you. I can tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now. They go for your knees. It's a wrap, brother. It's already bad enough you can't get out of bed.
They ain't touching my motherfucking knees. They ain't touching my motherfucking knees. Two young bucks.
Speaking of the Rams, let's talk about them. Their game is on Sunday as well. 6:30 Eastern time on Fox. Kevin Bookhart, the former Patriot Tom Brady will be on the call for that. Seahawks will be home as they won last week against the San Francisco 49ers in stunning butt-whooping fashion. Mike McDonald, first playoff win as head coach of the Seattle Seahawks, and no better fashion to beat your division rival with only allowing the San Francisco 49ers to score 6 points in that game. Brock Purdy and that offense was just horrible. But flip side to it, they get to go against another division rival who they've already met twice this year. If you didn't know, the Rams won the first matchup 21-19. Seahawks got the second one 38-37 in overtime. Rams finished 12-5 on the year. Seahawks finished 14-3. We do know that Sam Darnold and Kenneth Walker had a pretty good, solid, strong offensive foundation for the Seahawks last week. Kenneth Walker scoring multiple times, getting the end zone. Sam Darnold being the game manager that he is. He doesn't have that in him, but that's okay. The Rams led the league in scoring this past season, scoring offense and during the regular season, and relied heavily on, of course, MVP, in my opinion. Anytime a quarterback throws over 47 touchdowns in the league, that's pretty impressive. Matthew Stafford, my opinion, if my vote, gets the MVP this year. And then, of course, Nakua, who's definitely getting paid. LA might as well just bring the Brinks truck right now, back it up to the stadium, get the checkbook out, and sign him. So I look forward to this game. Rams have the experience. They've been here before in big games. They've been here in clutch moments. We do know Sean McVay wants another taste at the New England Patriots in a Super Bowl after losing in 2019 when Tom Brady and Gronk won again. And the flip side to it is, look, Sam Darnold's never been in an NFC championship game. Matthew Stafford has. I've said it last week. I'll take experience any day. Experience will win you games. I know talent is one thing, but Seattle defense, shit, that's another. So I look forward to this game. Let's get into it, Bryant. Give me who you like to win the NFC championship and what are your keys to the game for both teams in terms of who will be successful to advance the Super Bowl representing the NFC.
What Seattle just did to the San Francisco 49ers is an eye-opening wake-up call. Defensively, they are fucking unbelievable. And I've been saying it since week 3. You know it.
I have.
That team is defensively, they making Sam Darnold look good. They really are. Defensively, it's hard to score in this team. They are. I haven't seen a team swarm to the ball so quick, so fast in a long time since the 85 Bears. This team, they're not as good as the 85 defense, but they can move to the ball quick, fast, and in a hurry. Give me Seattle all day. And I'm saying I usually pick by 3. I think they're going to kick their ass. It's what it is. Yes, wow. I think it's going to be a 31-17 game. I think
31-17.
Seattle's going to kick their ass.
Good. I'll go to you next. Let me get the floor because I need to smack him up real quick. He says 31-16 will be the final. Let's just give a public disclosure. No Brock Purdy last week. I'm sorry, no George Kittle last week for the San Francisco 49ers. That hurts them in the passing game. They had no Brandon Ayuk all year because this guy wants to speed by the stadium for whatever reason every day. CTE, call it what you want. I don't know. That guy's done as a 49er. But Kyle Shanahan's done a really good job for the 49ers this year. He hasn't had all his pieces together and still was able to win over 12 games, still able to get his team to a division round. It just sucks you come up against a great Seattle defense. But at the end of the day, Brian, it still comes down to Sam Darnold and what he has to do from an offensive perspective to win. Look, he was impressive in the overtime win a few weeks ago in the regular season when they beat them 38-37. They gave up 37 points to Matthew Stafford and the Rams. This Rams team's no slouch at all. They went into Chicago, a cold place to play, 5 degrees. It was -5, -10 degrees. They made big plays from Devontae Adams. I mean, the throws that Matthew Stafford was making was like, oh, my goodness, this guy's 38 years old, still slinging it like it's no tomorrow, like he was at Georgia. Look, coming into this game, Sean McVay, he's got to draw up a great game plan. He's got to get the core going early. That's going to be the key. And that offensive line. How long can this offensive line sustain the Seattle Seahawks pass rush? Because Seattle can get at you with 4. We saw that last week against San Francisco, when they gave Brock Purdy hell. Brock Purdy wasn't able to get loose at all. He only finished with 137 pass yards in that game and the loss on the road. But Matthew Stafford's been here before. And like I said, I like him on the road against the Seattle Seahawks because Sam Darnold's got to score. Can Sam Darnold take the Seattle Seahawks down the field when the game's on the line and get you a touchdown or get you a game-winning field goal? I'm not sure. He hasn't been in big moments like this in his career. Yes, it was impressive, but when your defense pretty much forces Brock Purdy turnovers and 4th down stops, and all you got to do is go down there and get a ball off to Kenneth Walker for touchdowns, I mean, life is easy as a quarterback for the Seattle Seahawks. But at the end of the day, if that defense ain't working like it didn't work in that regular season matchup when they went into overtime and the game's on the line and Sam Darnold's got the ball to go down the field and score, I like the Rams bend don't break defense. I mean, they're solid. I mean, they know what it takes to win. They know this team is going to be the third time matching up. They know the style. They know both offenses on both sides, offense and defense, special teams. Both coaches know each other very well. And look, I like Sean McVay in these situations anyway because he's cold as ice. I mean, what they did in Carolina, walked it down the field on them to go get the game-winning touchdown and win that game. Next week after that, going to Chicago. Everyone's going with Chicago. The cold, the weather. LA boys can't handle the cold. Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift. All that stuff was great. Guess what? Matthew Stafford still found a way to go out there and get it, and the defense still came up with a turnover that got the Rams a win. So give me the Rams on the road in the NFC Championship to advance to the Super Bowl to take on the rematch of New England Patriots on the 2019 Super Bowl. Ish, floor is yours.
So I think I'm leaning Seahawks with this one.
Of course,
I'm about to go with Bryant.
Of course,
the Rams in the postseason haven't really impressed me. I guess the Panthers they struggled a little bit, and they're a negative team against the 49ers. Against the Bears, they're supposed to lose that game. If we're being real,
okay.
Caleb Williams is supposed to go down the field, march down, and kick a field goal. And the Bears supposed to be in the NFC Championship right now, but they did win. I'll give credit what it's due. But like I said, they haven't been that inspiring this year. I like the Seahawks better. What I will say, though, is that the Rams and Sam Darnold is just a bad mix. So Clint Kubiak has to protect Sam Darnold with his life. His life. That I will say is the only thing that's really scaring me. But I think other than that, I think Seahawks defense is going to hold it down the whole game. The weapons, the run game with Kenneth Walker, JSN, Rashid Shaheed, Cup, the tight end guy, I believe his name's Barner. The weapons is great. The defense is great. The run game is great. But I do not like the matchup with the Rams defense and Sam Darnold. I still like the.
He's gonna throw an interception.
I thought, yeah.
He's gonna throw an interception.
Clint Kubiak has to protect him. He has to come up with a good game plan. If the game plan is solid to where Sam Darnold is only throwing the ball about under 23 times, I like the Seahawks' chances. I like Mike McDonald. So I'm going with the Seahawks in a landslide. But
a landslide. Wow. And a landslide. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So it's just going with the Seahawks. I got the Rams. Bryant is taking the Seahawks. NFC Championship and AFC Championship conference games this Sunday. First game will be the Patriots and Broncos on CBS, followed by Rams and Seahawks at 6:30 on Fox. And we'll get the winner of that will be advanced to the Super Bowl, where we will pretty much be right back here for you guys. So, Ish, always a pleasure. Thank you for coming on to join us. My fellow Patriot, I will see you on Sunday when the Patriots take care of Denver and walks that mile-high ass, and we'll get to plan our Super Bowl party and bring Bryan through because I want him in the house. I would love him in the house during the Super Bowl party.
I'm not watching that.
Yeah, I'm actually
Seattle wins. Seattle wins. I'm watching. Seattle don't win. I'm not watching that shit.
Monty, when we win, make sure you text Bryant a good old text. I'm gonna send you a photo of me in Patriots gear and say I'm going to the Super Bowl, and I want you to send it to him.
I'm gonna send you something AI that sets your fingers on fire. Send me that shit.
Good old Patriots gear right after the game, around 6:30.
6:30, baby. Ish, I love you. We'll see you. Probably bring you back for the Super Bowl show. That's gonna be a big show for us. So I'll bring you back for that, and we're gonna make it do what it do. So I love you, brother, and I'll see you on Sunday. Go Pats!
Appreciate y'all having me, of course. Forever and always. Go Pats! Bryant.
Our guy Ish, man, always a pleasure. And we're getting ready to close this thing out. Brian's been a good episode 48, 2 away from episode 50. So all grace to the good Lord for that. And, we're still under some construction in terms of getting some things right for this next upcoming segment for the time being of Coach Garv's Hot Take. But it's time for episode 48's edition of BG, Bryan Garv's Unfiltered.
All right. Now check this out. I've been waiting all motherfucking week for this fucking shit. Miami of Ohio. At that time, you were 19-0.
20
I get it. Now you're 20-0.
Yep.
And you want all the credit. You had your coach have to sit up there, and he got on ESPN and broadcast that he should be ranked. They ranked him.
Mm-hmm.
Top 25 in the country.
Yep.
And you played the children of the fucking blind. Teams like Akron. Let me tell you something. I remember when I was at Temple, we played Akron. The field was like playing on concrete. Akron sucks so bad they don't even care about their fucking sports over there. Toledo and Trinity Christian and shit like that. Give me a fucking break. Are you kidding me? And then they tell us somebody made this comment and said, "Well, they were 19-0 in the back. That's impressive. I don't care who you play." I fucking care. Nobody want to watch that shit. Who the hell want to watch them play Trinity Christian?
Ain't they from Illinois?
I don't give a fuck if they're from the fucking moon. I don't want to watch that shit.
129-49 was the final of that game.
Yeah. Who the fuck is it? That's embarrassing. That's fucking embarrassing. I don't want to sit there and watch this shit. And you want to brag about, look at us? Someone's, well, that's who we play. All right, stay humble. Stay humble. Get yourself in the fucking tournament. 64, 67 teams, 70. Whoever you be the 70th team, who gives a fuck? All right, 64. Whoa, who gives a shit? You're going to get your ass kicked in the first fucking game anyway.
They're ranked 25 right now.
Yeah, they're going to be ranked 25th and get the 64th seed. You play against fucking Purdue and get your ass waxed. You sat there. You're fucking Ohio State. You're Ohio State. The Ohio State big 6'10", his fucking slow ass can't play at Ohio State. He had to come down there and play at Ball fucking State. Are you fucking kidding me? The motherfucker get off the ground this goddamn high. And now you want to talk about, oh, we're 20-0. Motherfucker, prove it. That shit's coming. And I swear to you, when their ass get cracked, I'm going to come back on here and I'm going to say the same shit again. Trash. Tulane, trash. The same shit like I said in Temple's conference. They should never had their ass in the playoff. Well, football and basketball saying it's a fucking NIL. They should keep their ass where they are. Stop putting these motherfucking bozos in the top 25, and let's play some real fucking basketball. Oh, well, you don't know ball. I know two balls. They between my fucking legs. Guess what? They suck. And that's my unfiltered.
Hey, 3 weeks in a row, man. 3 weeks in a row. I got to give it to you. But I got bad news for you. You're still on a fucking 10-day contract, all right? We'll see you next week. We'll see how good you do. But you all right. You're doing all right, man. 3 weeks straight, man. I look at their schedule. Akron, Western Michigan, Toledo, Central Michigan, Buffalo. Oh, shit. Did we talk about how awful Buffalo looks? Did we talk about that? We rode past University of Buffalo. You couldn't give me $20 million to go to that fucking school. That location's horrible.
Who in their right mind
Oh, my God.
would want to go there and play basketball at the University of Buffalo, and you're talking about they deserve credit because they are winning games? Have you lost your fucking mind?
And they beat them by 2 in overtime.
By
3.
Yeah.
Kent State, really?
Kent State. Now, Kent State, they had off and on.
Yeah.
Right. They had off and on. Yeah. I can give Kent State some little credit. You know why? Because they've proven over the years that they had some good years in there. So I get Kent State. But this shit, NIL, that's Kent State before NIL.
Yeah. Then their
now,
next game.
Who's their next game?
You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
They'll be home against UMass.
UMass haven't been shit since the Atlantic 10, since Calipari coached them back in John Chaney's days. That was back in my days in the 80s and 90s. I haven't heard since Marcus Camby left from UMass and Calipari left. They've been shit since, the football team and the basketball team. They are ass. It's terrible. And nobody
Yeah.
wants to go to UMass Amherst
I
to play
agree.
basketball
agree.
over there either.
I agree. I think this is a time when, as a head coach, yes, all for you to fight and advocate for your team. Great. But understanding that what goes into the top 25 is rank of schedule, strength and schedule, and obviously who you're playing. The fact that you're ranked right now 25th in the country is a blessing. That's run with it as long as you can, because March will be here faster you know it. Selection Sunday will be here faster you know it. And you'd be pretty pissed off if you got a first-round matchup against Duke or Michigan or Michigan State or Auburn or St. John's, Seton Hall, UConn. You're pretty pissed off, didn't you? You head coach University of Ohio. So Miami, Ohio, sorry. So be humble. But I like that, Brian. It is time for our last segment of the week. No floss with Moss. We're saving that for next week. But our last segment of the night is going to be a rewind of the week. And I'm just going to laugh at this one. So episode 48, rewind of the week. Let's go, baby. On this week's edition of Rewind of the Week, we take a flashback, a rewind to last week's picks prior to the Texans and Patriots game. I have a problem with this, right? Mina Kims, Ryan Clark, Dan Orlovsky, Marcus Spears, my girl Hannah, does a great job with Jay Harris, by the way, who just went into prostate cancer for his exam today. Wishing prayers for him. Jay Harris was a guest on the Rewind earlier this summer. But these guys get paid pretty good money to be on national television to give insight, predictions, scores, whatever. Professionals. Now, how in God's name can you convince me prior to this game for the Houston Texans, knowing that they were going into this game without Nico Collins, star wide receiver for the Houston Texans, that you still had that much faith in C.J. Stroud to go on the road into Foxborough, Gillette Stadium, after the Patriots beating the Chargers with the snow, with the weather, and you thought them Houston boys was going to go into New England and win against the Patriots, against Mike Vrabel and Drake May, the same team that Mike Vrabel coached, the same team that Mike Vrabel pretty much has got a vengeance against. With, they try to stir it up and say he's got issues with the head coach, D'Amico Ryans. No. I have a problem with this, and I'm happy Cardi B came to my rescue because I was waiting all week for this. Why? How? Drake May's gonna have a bad game. Stevenson was gonna have a bad game. Diggs gonna have a bad game. Defense was gonna get after. C.J. Stroud threw 3 interceptions in the first half. And these folks picked Houston to win. And they weren't even full strength. Now, granted, I will give them this. If Houston has Nico Collins, that helps Houston that much more offensively because you can go to the run more, open up the game for play action. But outside Nico Collins, who the hell was C.J. Stroud throwing the ball to? Nobody. No shade on Houston. Look, if you switch seats with me right now, whatever seat, I'll take either one of them seats. Pay me for free. I get to go on national television and give my predictions and scores, and I'm picking the Houston Texans over New England Patriots?
C.J. Stroud had that deer in the headlights.
I got a problem with that.
He was shook. He was shook.
Not to mention, you see in the third quarter, Stroud's out of the shotgun. Simple play they run. Got 2 safeties over the top. New England defense was perfect to protect everything over the top in the middle. He had the check down. The tight end is running. He's already passed the left guard. He passed the center. He passed the right guard. He passed the right tackle. And I'm like, throw the check down. Late throw. and cost his tight end to blow his fucking knee. And that was it.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
That was it. I mean, C.J. Stroud, I mean, he didn't have the greatest of performances offensively. But like I said, Brian, I don't care what team you are. Anytime you turn the football over in the playoffs, it's going to hurt you one way or another. One turnover, you may in the playoffs be able to recover. You just may, depending on how the game goes. But anytime you turn the ball over 2, 3, 4 times, you might as well go to the locker room, pack your bags, and tell the airport, man, fuel up the jet. We're coming. We ain't got to finish the game. We out now. So I just thought this was really funny. So shame on these folks at ESPN, man. And I love those guys. I think all of them are, especially Mina Kims. That's my girl. I love her to death. She's a great talent. I love what she's doing for the network. She's killing as a sideline reporter during the games. Marcus Spears, a former Cowboy. Dan Orlovsky, former quarterback. UConn alum, Detroit Lion. Love Hannah Storm. Killed it at NBC. Killing that on ESPN. Ryan Clark building his foundation up with the pivot. Doing his thing on First Take. Contributing weekly for those guys. I give all these guys flowers. Shit, they in seats I want to be in. Well, at the end of the day, I just hope for this upcoming Sunday that you guys have a better conscience. You have a clearer mind. You have a better understanding of what you saw from New England Patriots against the Texans, and just take that into consideration when asked again your picks before the AFC Championship game between the Broncos and the Patriots. And that's Rewind of the Week. That's all I got. Final marks, Bryant, before we sign off.
I tell you what, I'm looking forward to watching the Seahawks play, and damn sure not the Patriots, and I want to watch that shit. And now for the psycho sake of it, now I'm getting ready to zero in on Miami of Ohio the rest of the fucking season, because I'm going to critique this shit out of their ass and my coaching
He's motivated
aspects of it, because everyone here is going in their closet and beating their meat off of this Miami Ohio team. They have nothing else in the state of Ohio to root for. Cleveland's ass. Everybody, Ohio State, they just lost. So they sticking to fucking Miami of Ohio that's trash. But yet they're 20-0. So I got to give them a humbling respect until they get humbled. And that shit is coming very, very soon.
If you haven't, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at the Rewind_GSC3, as well as follow us on all our social media platforms at the Rewind_GSC3. Another week in the books, another episode in the books, one more closer to 50, one more closer to Super Bowl week. Look forward to it. Apologies to all that. We're looking forward to seeing us at our live episode tonight at a venue in South Orange. Just didn't happen. We'll somewhat reschedule and figure out down the line. But thank you for all your love and support through the first 47. With this one being 48, this will be out. And then, of course, subscribe and like to us on YouTube, as well as our audio podcast. You can catch us on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts. We appreciate you. We love you guys. It's been a great honor, great privilege to do this thing week in and week out. Want to give a special thank you and a big congrats again to our dog, Chris, in 1990 Studios. He's going through a transition phase of being a newborn father. So we want to give grace to him and credit to him, although I'm sorry we took one of the Blue Jays from you, Chris. You know, he's better as a New York Met, I'm just saying. But he's got the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Toronto Raptors who are doing pretty good so far to start the year in hockey and NBA. And we can do this thing next week, episode 49, after the AFC Conference and NFC Championship Conference game. So enjoy Conference Championship Sunday between the Patriots and Broncos and Rams and Seahawks. And then, we're just going to transition this thing and get into basketball finally, men's and women's Unrivaled League. We got a lot of things to talk about NBA as we get closer to All-Star break. So only good things to follow here on the Rewind. So appreciate all your love and support. We love you. We thank you. From Brian Garvin, our guy Ish, who joined us, our fellow Patriot, Monty Moss, signing off. Episode 48 in the books. We'll see you guys same place, same time next week on our YouTube channel, Wednesday, 9 o'clock Eastern time for episode 49. And as I always do before we sign off, Go Pats, baby. Let's go. Enjoy.
Let's go!
I was checking out the scouting report, and I don't see nothing but bums. You and your whole entire world know that I am the one. You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me, I know that you see that I'm highly blessed.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we live with your boy Coach G. Yeah, we live with your boy Monty.
You and your squad ain't got nothing for me. Your organization is looking stressed, and now that you haters is running from me.